ahead and get this thing going here. You know, I do kind of like Meng, and I like Akiman. I think that's going to be the matchup. Let me hit that button, and let's tell people that where we're at on the internet.
Hi.
Well known it is. Meng is or was, I will be honest, I'm not totally clear which, mechanic at a Toyota dealership not terribly far from where I live, which is kind of neat. Like, hey, you forget these like larger-than-life superheroes are just regular fucking people. I don't know, that's kind of neat to me. Like, it's a complicated idea, of course, because, hey, these, like, superheroes of your youth, due to, like, their health not being managed well, and, we're being honest, like, them not being paid enough. They do have to, like, work, shoot jobs after wrestling. So, it's a couple different ideas fitting together in weird ways. Of course, then we got Akiman. This is a different story altogether, right? It is, hey, I would like... like, after Hockey Corporation kind of got out of the wrestling game, wrestling games just, like, really weren't the same. Like, even games, like, with the Hockey Legacy, you know, the Def Jam series, and, like, some of the SmackDown series as well, I suppose, to a point. Like, after that was done, they just, like, weren't games like that in that space. Now, like, alright, I play Retromania, for example, which is, like, a different sort of wrestling game altogether, and I enjoy it tremendously. But there just aren't that many games that... Like, No Mercy in particular fills a niche that it has excellent single-player content. It's got a lot to do. Like, it is a fun game as a party game. I appreciate the heads up. I can turn that down just a notch. Yeah, it's a fun game as a party game, but then also, like, it doesn't break down competitively when two people are trying to win at the video game, which is really hard to do in any genre. Let's see here. Alright, turn that down a notch further. We'll see how that feels when I run another match. Because, like, honestly, even the SmackDown series, those games were awful. Like, as much fun as I had playing them, as much fun as, like, me and 5 of my friends as a kid had playing, like, the Elimination Chamber match, for example. They weren't good games when two people were trying to win at the video game against each other. But, you know, is what it is there. I'm actually mildly curious how Retromania even stacks up when two people are trying to win at the video game, but have not actually played the game yet with another person because it did not launch with online play. It's a great tragedy, really. Well, it did not launch with online play, and also we are in the middle of COVID-19, so where normally I'd be able to play it with my friends on a Saturday night, we ain't really getting together to do that like we used to. But I have soapboxed quite enough. Let's see, let us switch over to Blake's House Arena, because it is getting very close to time. Very close to being Blake's House o'clock, and beginning to file in. So everybody, let's get on your feet, make some noise for another edition of Blake's House Professional Wrestling. Welcome, Blake's House Wrestling fans. We have got a show for you this week. But if you were not available last week, as is the case every week, you have missed one hell of a program. Of course, Team Lake Mary continues to dominate the world of Blake's House Professional Wrestling. Ramon with Josh Kaiser at ringside, besting Orlando Nunez. And Blake's House has had quite enough of it. If you can see on your screen right here, this is a main event in any arena, but this is your opening contest. The winner of this triple threat match will be going into an 8-man tag, teaming up with Terrell, Mag.Lo, and Sterling. A all-star cast of Blake's House best and brightest going to be going up against Team Lake Mary. But that is not all we have for tonight, and that is not all we had for you last week. As Nick's Wrestling Organization continuing to make waves, of course, the tag team titles, both of them, both the Blake's House Wrestling Tag Team Championship and the Judgment Pro Wrestling Chop Shop Championship, have been held by Nick's Wrestling Organization with a vice-like grip. And Warzala going head-to-head with Jim Jack in singles action. Warzala, of course, backed by Christine and Tyler. Jim Jack backed by his partner, Rip Studley. Stables and tag team units jockeying for position, looking for a shot at those titles. Of course, we did see the Blake's House Wrestling Tag Team Champions last week. Ramos, Idolo, and Hans Herdem taking on that Blake's House Dark Hour unit. And the world's tallest cruiserweight, the catch-as-catch-can specialist, Evan Ramos, tapping the Dark Hour out and proving exactly why he is tag team champion. Well, we are going to have quite a lot of tag team action this week as Nick's Wrestling Organization's own Goodwin brothers take on the Sinners, as well as a mismatched pair in Yuri the Wildcat and Sarah Reis going to be taking on Judgment Pro Wrestling's own The Firm. Of course, Sarah and Yuri butting heads a little bit with JBIII. JBIII of Judgment Pro Wrestling, of course, making their presence very well known in Blake's House Wrestling over the past several months. But JBIII and Solarion just cannot seem to shake the Hero and the Wildcat. So JBIII putting his problem solvers to that task tonight, while JBIII challenging for the KOF Trios title with a unit he refers to as the Conglomerate. And of course, we've mentioned probably for several months ago, Mel Bash is an event that is on the way. Judgment Professional Wrestling bringing a team of fighters into that event. Got to imagine the Conglomerate, a team of JB3, Jason Solarion, JJ Mondo. Very interested to begin working together as a team, to begin to prepare for that major tournament. And getting gold in Blake's House Wrestling, certainly an added bonus on top of that. But let us go ahead and get into our opening contest of tonight. Alphonso, Orlando Nunez, Zero Lopez, all three of these athletes are blue chippers. Any one of them could be champion. Any one of them could headline any arena all around the country, and dare I say it, all around the world. But they are your opening contest tonight. So we will have to see who fills out that 8-man tag team unit as we get into triple threat action right now. Dropkick square in the chest. All three men just don't want to overextend themselves. The firepower on display from Alphonso, from Orlando Nunez, is nothing short of legendary. And Zero Lopez, the man that has got all the tools. There's a reason he is the two-time mystery champion, as he catches Alphonso in a roll-up, and right now, all three individuals trading dance partners left and right. Zoe and Zero going toe-to-toe, but Orlando Nunez wants to cut in. Big soul butt kick, but Zero caught by surprise. Low roundhouse, taking his legs out from underneath his legs. Toe hold will connect. It is going to be such a tremendous challenge to keep any one of these men down for any length of time. There is not quit in any single one of them. So right now, Alphonso, Orlando Nunez going head-to-head. Big drop kick, and Alphonso tumbling out of the ring, and that is exactly what Zero is going to need to do if he wants to pick up a victory tonight. Another low roundhouse will put him on the mat. Orlando looking to get set up. Mount position. No. Zero reverses. And cross arm breaker applied. Orlando foot on the bottom rope, but Mario not even calling for the break as Alphonso would cut in. Orlando Nunez going for that RK Orlando early, unable to connect. Zero stepping out of the way. If he is able to lock on that hold, this match could end very quickly. Lift and drop, and going for it a second time. And the Blake's House Wrestling audience making their presence known. Figure four applied, and Alphonso just going to let Zero just suffer in that hold for a moment, take away some of that agility advantage, and once again, Orlando just crunching the knees of Zero Lopez, taking away some of that speed, some of that agility, some of that athletic ability, and Alphonso planting Zero right on his head, just answering back, trying to get to a spot in the ring where he's out of harm's way, but anytime he's got a hold on Orlando, O is right there. Anytime he's got a hold on Zoe, Orlando is right there. And that's what makes these triple threat contests so very dangerous. At any given moment, somebody could take you out of the match. Going for that RK Orlando once again, but Zero just leaning back out of harm's way, at least for the moment. And Mr. Theme Song walking down Alphonso, but Zero once again cutting in. Just all three of these individuals, accelerator stuck to the floorboard. And big cutter from Alphonso. You've got to imagine that is going to eat at Orlando as he hit it right in his face, and Orlando firing back. Mount tackle, Orlando getting out of the way. Mount connecting to Alphonso, but not even a count of one. As I said, the toughness of all three of these individuals, absolutely legendary. Bow and arrow hold applied, but Orlando shutting it down. And Orlando caught in that flapjack and cutter combination. And right now, almost feels as though these men trying to add injury to insult. As Orlando looking to connect with that hold, but unable to do so thus far. Orlando Nunez being tested by Zero, being tested by Alphonso. Big super kick. Welcome to the party, pal, as Alphonso, Fireman's Carry Buster, flattening Zero down to the mat. Goes for it once again, but Zero getting a hold of Alphonso. And mount tackle, but reversed into that Kimura hold. It is so dangerous going to the mat against Mr. Theme Song, as he is very able to do that to you. Another Fireman's Carry Buster, and here's one for good measure. Zero and Alphonso just trying to figure out what comes next, how to keep down Mr. Theme Song. But 1-0 firing away with that Enziguri. And right into that crossface hold, but and Alphonso looking for his turn. Zero answering back. And hold on, Orlando Nunez. Heavy rain will connect. And a vicious left hand just colliding with the jaw of, hold on, cover. No, not even a count of one. All three of these men have a lot left to give in this contest, and Orlando Nunez saw over his shoulder Alphonso coming in, did not want to be caught unaware, and that is exactly what you have to do in one of these triple threat contests. At any given moment, you can get blindsided. Oh my God, gigantic shooting star press will connect. Cover, but no. Foot in the bottom rope. Zero able to protect himself. This time it is Zero blindsiding Orlando Nunez and calling for the finish now. Big double powerbomb. Zero now going coast to coast and burying a shotgun dropkick right in the jaw. Hold on, double underhook. Facebuster will shut down Zero Lopez. Zero scrambling back to his feet. Hold on, Destino will connect, but Orlando Nunez rolling right through it as if it didn't even hit him. There is a reason why Orlando Nunez is one of the faces of Blake's House Professional Wrestling, but again, super kick buried into the jaw of Nunez, but none of these men will stay down.
Give up. Give up.
And this time, Flapjack and Cutter combination, Orlando Nunez getting ready to deliver the finishing blow, but Alphonso leveling Zero Lopez, going for that picture-perfect dropkick, but pushing Zero out of the way. Double underhook. Face buster connects. So goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3 count fall. Zero, I think he'd had enough. Just the punishment he'd taken over the course of that match. And Alphonso picking up the victory. That double underhook facebuster, just too much for Mr. Theme Song to get a shoulder off the mat. And that means Alphonso getting a second shot against Team Lake Mary later on this evening. And I did mention that Mag.Lo going to be in that 8-man tag and what that means for the Open Challenge tonight. His close personal friend and occasional tag team partner going to be holding down the fort against any and all comers from around space and time. The COLBY Open Challenge will be taking place later on this evening. But we have still got quite a lot of show to get to. So let us go ahead and get into our first singles contest of the evening. As I mentioned, there are several 3-person units here. There are several tag teams and a handful of multi-man stables, all very interested in earning a shot at those Blake's House Tag Team Championships, at that Judgment Professional Wrestling Chop Shop Championship. Well, Drew Serpa representing Team Daytona, taking on one half of that Rip Studley and Jim Jack unit. Possibly An early indicator of what a tag team contest might look like. But right now, no stable to back you up. No partner to reach for your apron to bring into the match. It is just 1-on-1. Drew Serpa, Rip Studley, and that match, it's right now.
Bring it.
Drew, just a master of that Olympic wrestling style. He has out-wrestled the best of them. I believe this will be his first matchup against the man they call the gold standard. Just such a gifted athlete, such a gifted competitor. We'll have to see whose style is strongest. Big Japanese style arm drag. Studley getting the early advantage, but a roll up out of nowhere, and Studley slipping out of that pinning predicament. Size advantage going to Studley, but Drew has never let that deter him before. Right now, that size disadvantage, that strength disadvantage, a major factor. And Drew going for that big tackle, but it was sidestepped, and Studley making him pay for it with interest as that punt kick is buried into his chest. Unable to get the leverage to overpower Studley, but that fireman's carry takeover is going to be a big factor. He's got to get underneath Studley. He's got to get around Studley, and that is where he excels. That open palm strike, that free-frame jab, as his stablemate Antonio likes to call it, just in full effect. This time, neither man able to get the upper hand, at least for the moment. Fireman's carry once again. And Drew just trying to figure out exactly how he wants to... Oh my god, double underhook suplex will level Drew Serpa, and Studley on fire in the early moments of tonight's contest. Punt kick right to the chest once again, answered back with a European uppercut. And Drew, he is going to have to solve this puzzle quickly, or Studley is going to run away with this match. Another deadlift German suplex, dropping Drew right on his neck. Right now, looks like Drew is targeting the legs, trying to take away the vertical base of the larger opponent. Right now, flying forearm smash, and we are going coast to coast, possibly for an encore performance. No, we're going somewhere else entirely, as this is extremely dangerous territory as, oh my god, Inferno suplex to the outside, and Studley making a statement right now. Again, double underhook, no, blocked, backslide, rolling through, but that is going to buy Drew enough time to get back in the ring. Drew just leveled by Studley, and right now he just doesn't have an answer. Springboard, forearm, no, Drew able to escape, and that could be the momentum shift that he needs, as a picture-perfect suplex plants Studley right on his neck. Studley going right back to that offensive pressure, that oppressive offense that he has had over the course of this match. Both legs trapped, shoulder and neck locked in, but no, Drew able to escape, at least for the moment. Gut wrench suplex will connect. And Drew just grasping at anything, going for a cover, but almost out of desperation and only getting a count of one. Lift and drop once again, goes for a cover, going right back to basics, right back to that Olympic-style wrestling instincts. And when all else fails, that is exactly what you have got to do, but is it going to be enough? Studley just looking so physically dominant, roll up out of nowhere, cover. Oh my god, but only a count of one. Back switch, mount tackle, roll through, cover, 1, 2. Oh, only gets 2, and it is going to be so challenging to keep a wrestler pinned down like that. But Studley, more than capable of trying again. Rolling guillotine, going high risk once again. And this time, a colossal frog splash, but Drew getting it fingers on that bottom rope. This match, it will continue. That open palm strike. No, roll up out of nowhere. Studley didn't see it coming. 2, no, only a count of 1. Is that going to be it? Goes for the cover. I think it might be. 2. No. Drew finding that inner strength to get back into this match, but on hammerlock applied. Drew trapped on the mat, and you can tell how much this match has worn on him. It is so difficult to out-wrestle Drew. Many have tried. Very, very few have succeeded, but Drew is just so worn down over the course of this match. Big spear folding him in half. Studley going high risk. Big frog splash, cover. 2, 3, count, fall. And in the end, the offensive onslaught from Rip Studley, just too much to overcome. Drew had a couple moments where he was doing everything he could to reverse that momentum, but Studley right back on him. And Drew just could not find a significant opening, and that was the difference maker in that match. Studley, they call him the gold standard, and that is precisely why no gaps in that offense. And Studley and Jim Jack going to be looking for those tag team titles that are currently held by Ramos and Idolo. But it is a long journey to that #1 contender spot. We will have to see exactly who is able to climb that ladder, who is able to earn themselves a shot. But if Studley keeps fighting like this, that team has got as good a chance as any. Additionally, Abby, I appreciate the subscription. Do apologize I didn't get to that before we got into our second match, but I was kind of in a groove there. And Jamie, appreciate you dropping in as well. But now is a good time as we are about to get into the Battle Royal to determine who is going to be facing Colby Cole. So let us go ahead and start to dig into that right now. And I do have one Booker T, who was requested last week, but unavailable because I did not have... Let's see here. I did not actually have Booker T. But that is still going to leave... the Gatekeeper is not on the card. If you want to see him in there tonight, we can absolutely do that. And appreciate you dropping in, GK. Him and Vista. Vista in the Battle Royal in addition to being a second in the Trios match. I'm asking, not telling. Okay, no problem. But that is going to leave plenty of room for 5 more competitors. If there's anybody in particular any of you would like to see this evening. And I am going to make a conscious effort, if somebody calls someone out that I do not have, to get them for the following week. As I mention on this program very regularly, there is no promises I will remember, and it is most convenient if you message me outside of Twitch, if you were looking for somebody in particular, but we remembered Booker T this week, and I'm very proud of myself. But we have still got quite a lot of wrestling to get to tonight. Let us find out exactly who else is going to be competing for a shot at Colby Cole. Colby, somebody that is, you know, the Japanese excursion storyline that we ran on this program. To be clear, like, he is shoot in Japan. I think that Japanese excursion very nearly wrapping up. Which means he'll be coming back to the States, hopefully, as the COVID vaccine starts to become a little bit more available. So maybe he'll be coming back to something to do, which would be pretty rad. Honestly, all the Blake's House guys, I haven't really got to see a lot of them in the past year. And very much looking forward to that in the near future. I think Florida is opening up vaccine eligibility for all adults next week, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to be signing up for that at the earliest opportunity. I would like to be able to get back to things. I know CEO is aiming for this winter. Very much excited for fighting game events again, things of that nature. Oh, nice. Yeah, hey, the sooner we get this shit figured out, the sooner we can start doing shit again. Yeah. No, I absolutely feel that. But, let's see here. So if nobody is going to be calling names, I could very easily drop some names in there. I think in the spirit of the conglomerate appearing on tonight's program, I think I will put Speed Racer back into this Battle Royal, as he is on my Melv Bash team. Some parts of me wants to sit down and make the rest of the Racer family, particularly, at the very least, Pops Racer, who was a champion professional wrestler, canonically. But, like most things, hey, you gotta find the time to do it. And let's see here. I think this is the challenge of... Hey, what's going on, Chenjo? Appreciate you dropping in. And appreciate your crew coming in. I was about to say, I think I ran the audience participation segment a little bit too early tonight, but hey, now we got some people here hanging out with us that can call out 4 names of wrestlers that they want to see in tonight's Battle Royal. Plus, it's also just nice to see y'all coming in to hang out with us tonight. Blake, you are actually wrestling in a couple matches, so I hope you're getting ready. I don't think I have a King Kong, but I absolutely know I have a Godzilla. So I was mentioning this earlier too, is, hey, I will be making a conscious effort to get people that viewers are calling out that I do not have. I see Orange Cassidy. I can make that happen real easily. Let's see. Ooh, actually, no. Yeah, we need the glasses. I'm still mad that I didn't get to see Orange Cassidy versus Minoru Suzuki live. Like, that was... I can make that happen. Definitely. Like, I very badly wanted to see that match. To be clear, you do in fact mean Jamel, correct? Alright, I can do that. Like, that match would have been so good. And I don't think they booked it for this year's Mania because of travel restrictions. I'm also mad they're just doing a whole ass WrestleMania when the vaccine rollout is basically just now starting. So, like, there is no way a majority of attendees from around the country and around the world will be vaccinated. I say this all the time on the stream. Wrestling is sometimes very good, and sometimes it's very bad. Want to see Uncle Eddie? I can make that happen as well. Let's see. I'm certain I have him in my WWE stable. I could be wrong. Because I know my WCW stable is, like, extra fucked up. No, I could have sworn I had Latino Heat era Eddie in, and it's possible I just can't read. That happens to me alarmingly often. I want to be extremely clear about this. Let's see here. So I'm going to roll through this one more time and then go to 90s WCW. Oh, yep, there we go. I need to get, like, WrestleMania 20 era Eddie Guerrero, because, like early to mid 2000s Eddie, I think he was my favorite wrestler, like, as an adult looking back. Like, when I was 10, it was Austin all the way. But now I'm like, you know, I can really appreciate the character work he did, like, how technically gifted he was in the ring in ways that I couldn't as a child. So I think Eddie, probably my favorite wrestler, at least that I've seen in my generation. But we are getting into the weeds a little bit here, as we now have 8 names, and we now know one of these 8 individuals will be competing against Colby Cole later on this evening. Got to imagine Colby looking on, as he was absolutely run over by Godzilla at the start of his Japanese excursion. Could this be an opportunity for revenge? Well, there is only one way to find out, and that is by seeing exactly who is going to win this Battle Royal, because that match, it's right now.
Fight!
And 8 individuals in the ring. It is always chaos in the opening moments of this contest. Booker T sent to the outside immediately. And that can absolutely happen. These over-the-top rope battle royals, if you lose focus for a moment, you are at risk of elimination. And that is exactly what happened to Booker T. Now there are 7 other individuals vying for an opportunity to face Colby Cole. Say, keep an eye on Godzilla. Colby, you know, just a year ago,
on that Japanese excursion. Training with some of the best. Orange Cassidy now eliminated. Now, going up against literal monsters, but COLBY unable to put Godzilla away. Eddie Guerrero is going to the back. This match is absolute chaos. We have had matches with 0 eliminations in the first 10 minutes. We have had 3 in the first 3. And that is precisely how important one of these main event shots are. Every single one of these individuals just so very hungry for a shot. Of course, just looking at the 5 individuals in the ring, Speed Racer massively outmatched in size. I am certain that will become a factor, but right now, STO and suplex hold will connect. And right now, the youngest Racer's son slugging it out with Shenjo, and Shenjo getting the upper hand. But now picking a fight with the enforcer of Judgment Professional Wrestling, the Gatekeeper. A man that looking to make his mark on Blake's House Professional Wrestling. Took a freak loss to Patrick Christopher last week. And that seems to have motivated him. He wants to earn his way to the top as Speed Racer crushed by that double power bomb and full Nelson bomb shutting down Shenjo. Godzilla Michinoku driver to Frank Vista at the right side of your screen, and that just Godzilla, just a force of nature, a literal monster in the ring. As the Gatekeeper crushing Speed Racer, and hold on, hanging choke applied, but back switch from Vista. And much like the opening triple threat contest of tonight's program, on the left side of your screen, Shenjo, the Gatekeeper, Speed Racer, all changing dance partners so very rapidly. And hold on. Shenjo just launching himself into the corner, and a major miscommunication from Speed Racer and Shenjo, and now Speed Racer answering back 10 punches to the face for the Gatekeeper. Here is a return to reality as he folds Speed Racer in half with that monstrous powerbomb. Take a moment to look at the bottom of your screen. Pole shift Flosion will connect, and Frank Vista in harm's way in a big way. Big powerbomb. Is Shenjo? No. Getting a shoulder off the mat at a critical moment and grabbing a hold. That crossface chicken wing applied, and Speed Racer just wild shots to the King of the Monsters. Big head scissors from Speed Racer, but again, that size disadvantage is so apparent, so tremendous as he's powerbombed once, twice, and 3 times, folds him up. 2. Somehow the kid gets a shoulder off the mat. Speed Racer, somebody that would never quit, never say die, but the odds just so insurmountable as a Michinoku driver flattens the Gatekeeper, and Shenjo just clubbing blow to the knees of Speed Racer. Right back into the corner, and he's got his chance. He's doing his dance. No, what the hell is this? Frankensteiner off the top as Speed Racer's neck just folding up against the canvas. And right now, Inter-Judgment Professional Wrestling Contest as Frank Vista, the Duke of the Battle Royal, launching the Gatekeeper to the outside of the ring, and that is another elimination. elbow drop. Godzilla now, no, just powering out of that. It is going to take more than that to put the King of the Monsters away. As again, Michinoku driver will connect. It is just chaos in the ring. And Godzilla just the power of flame blasting his opponents, but unable to score the cover, unable to score the elimination. There's just too much chaos, too many bodies piling up and around. As Vista going for that mount on Shenjo, but Shenjo having absolutely none of it. Vista trying to bring this fight to the center of the ring. Preventing himself from over rope elimination, trying to get a pinfall elimination, but hold on, Shenjo going for it. Going for the Space Jam. And cover. 2, 3, count, fall. Shenjo possibly energized by that Space Jam 2 trailer. Getting fired up, trying to get a win in tonight's Battle Royal. But he has got to go through the King of the Monsters. He's got to go through. Hold on, Emerald Flosion will connect, but here comes Godzilla. Huge suplex, but Shenjo hand on the bottom rope. Big double powerbomb leveling Frank Vista. Shenjo answering back, big powerbomb. Belly to belly overhead suplex. But Godzilla responding back, Michinoku driver. And just using his body, just leveling Shenjo, going for the cover, 2, 3 count, fall, and it is Shenjo, it is the King of the Monsters. And for just a moment, Frank Vista looking to get into some sort of altercation with Shenjo, but seems to have thought better of it as he was making his way to the outside of the ring. Hold on, big suplex. Oh, leveling Godzilla, and now crossface chicken wing applied, but the King of the Monsters will not give in. Big chop to the chest, chop to the back, but Godzilla answering back, Michinoku driver. And that has got to be it. This match has been so grueling, so physically demanding. 3 count, fall. And we have got a rematch for the ages. So just 1 year ago, COLBY began that Japanese excursion, taking on all comers using the ring donated to him by Satoshi Kojima. But once again, the King of the Monsters stepping into the squared circle to take on Colby Cole. Colby has got one hell of a mountain to climb. And he is going to have to do that in just a couple matches this evening. But let us go ahead and get back into some tag team action here. Let's see. As mentioned at the start of this program, you know, this Yuri and Sarah unit have been a thorn in the sides of JBIII for months now. But JBIII has other aspirations. Looking for the Trios title this evening with his teammates Jason Solarion and JJ Mondo. He has sent out his problem solvers to take on this unit of Sarah and Yuri. But let us not ignore the obvious implications. there is no clear #1 contender for those tag team championships. Neither the Chop Shop titles nor the Blake's House Wrestling tag team titles. Certainly, this is an opportunity for the firm to solve one of JB3's problems, but it is an opportunity for both teams to advance in those tag team rankings. But let us not waste any more time talking about it. Let's get into this contest right now. Making their way to the ring, Mr. Adams, Mr. Smith, a team that JB3 personally scouted to be his enforcers when he started Judgment Professional Wrestling. These two men were there. Right now, he's going head-to-head. Mr. Smith with the young hero, Sarah Reis. Sarah getting a little bit too crafty for her own good, and that could cost her. As Mr. Smith just blocking that dropkick with his chest. The size disadvantage is tremendous. But this unit is so tremendously agile, so tremendously physically gifted. That is going to be the difference maker in this matchup. It is a tale as old as time. It is strength versus speed, but another thing the firm has on their side, they have been teaming together for years. Close personal friends even before they were in the employ of JB3. And if there is one thing we have seen in the world of tag team wrestling, the ability to work together, the ability to control a ring with your partner is such a major difference maker, and it is why Mixed Wrestling Organization dominates the tag team division. You know, they are just, those Mixed Wrestling Organization tag team units, just so very well disciplined. And we're going to be seeing some more of that later tonight, but one cravat hold applied from the Wildcat, but Mr. Smith going for that big boot, but sidestepped by Yuri, but that Enziguri also unable to find its mark. Just think about how far the firm have come since they have made their Blake's House Wrestling debut. Originally just a pair of bar brawlers, but they have just grown into such an effective tag team unit. And that is precisely why they are the, such reliable problem solvers for JB3, but Sarah and Yuri have been just so consistently a problem. Series of wild shots, but Mr. Smith has your answer to that as that gorilla press just launching the smaller opponent down to the mat. Big C4 center of the ring, and Sarah is fired up.
Yeah.
Now Mr. Smith, Sarah Reis just slugging it out. But again, that size and power advantage is such a major factor. But Sarah not one to back down from any sort of fight. She will duke it out to anybody. And that impulse certainly costing her right now as that chinlock is applied. The Wildcat coming in to make the save. And big pile driver center of the ring. Mr. Adams getting himself fired up, but getting caught sleeping just a little bit, but not even a count of one. Able to slip out of that hold. And this match will continue. Sarah fired into the corner turnbuckle, but able to fight her way out with that enziguri there. And now here comes the Wildcat. But Mr. Adams, again, just such an effective, such a seasoned tag team wrestler, able to get back to his own corner, fight off those 2-on-1 odds, and create a positive situation for him and his team. If you remember the Sarah and Yuri unit, Sarah did not go into that tag team match with JBIII and Jason Solarion with a tag team partner at the start of the night. She had to find one backstage. Yuri was the partner she was able to find. But they have become quite an effective unit together in the short time they have been tagging. Sandwich enziguri just crushing the head of Mr. Smith, and massive double stomp to the back. Young Hero getting herself fired up, but again, just folded in half by that power bomb. Mr. Smith setting the tone, saying no, no further. Big neck breaker will connect. Yuri trying to find her spot, going right back to that cravat hold. When all else fails, go back to basics to what you know will connect, and once again, cravat applied. Mr. Adams answering back, big boot to the back, and spinning drop toe hold from Yuri, and Yuri just looking for some sort of opportunity. Mr. Adams not giving it to her, not in the slightest. And again, just utilizing that size advantage, just able to shrug off those attacks, but colossal frog splash will connect. And that is the momentum shifter this team needed. And that is going to send Mr. Adams back to his own corner, but Yuri getting fired up, and it goes guillotine right to the throat of Mr. Adams as a picture-perfect springboard, getting the crowd fired up and getting her partner into this contest. Sunset flip, powerbomb, cover, 1, 2, but only getting 2. And the Wildcat made to pay for that transgression. Big pile driver, but Yuri able to escape the pressure. Excuse me, Sarah able to escape the pressure and going right back to that series of strikes. And again, sandwich enziguri. As that guillotine draped across the neck of Mr. Smith. Inferno kick to the back of the head. Is that going to be it? 1, 2, 3 count fall. Mr. Adams clearly a little bit frustrated getting that extra shot in after the bell, but as I said at the start of this contest, Sarah and Yuri just a problem for JBIII, for Judgment Professional Wrestling, and the problem solvers unable to get it done. And also, yeah, what's up, Daniel? Appreciate you dropping in as well. It is always cool to see some of my friends, friends coming here to hang out and watch a little bit of professional wrestling. That is why we do it. But let us go ahead and keep this show rolling here, as we talk a lot about the Blake's House Professional Wrestling Matchmaker, right? They are looking for things that people have never seen before, looking for combinations of styles, combinations of personalities. And the money man himself, Blake Cabus, going up against Eric Alpizar. Just vicious striker against vicious striker. That looks to me like an opportunity. We're not going to make you wait for pay-per-view. I'm going to give you Blake Cabus, Eric Alpizar right now. As again, Blake part of that Dark Hour unit. Eric Alpizar, of course, partner to his wife Linda. This has major singles and major tag team championship implications, but you can't look past the person in front of you. And right now, the match is Blake Cabus and Eric Alpizar, and that match, it's right now. Himself, Arrogant Swagger, going up against a man that quite simply has never given a damn. Doesn't care about you, doesn't care about your accomplishments. Those legendary kicks can put anyone on the mat. The same could be said about Blake's offense. Just an extraordinarily effective striker. As a member of that Dark Hour unit, just a constant thorn in the side of Blake's House Professional Wrestling. Just slipping in and then out of just various matters. The trios title picture, tag team title picture. For a time, they appeared to be interested in the Blake's House Wrestling Heavyweight title, but it's really unclear what this unit's goals are, what it is they seek to accomplish. But whatever the case may be, all three members, Blake, Shenjo, Jamie, extraordinarily dangerous, extraordinarily competent. Low roundhouse from Alpizar, taking the legs out from underneath the legs of Blake. And here is another one for good measure. Do not adjust your set, as that was a second roundhouse kick, but only generating a count of one. Big European uppercut. Right now, it looks like Blake taking the opening moments of this match slow, because Eric can do exactly that. Those kicks just frightening to take, just crushing the ribs, crushing your chest. And Eric just so very good at what he does. And that is precisely what Blake is attempting to avoid. Series of strikes of his own. Mount tackle will connect, and transitioning right into that Kimura hold. There is a reason Eric Alpizar was the first ever Blake's House Wrestling Mixed Martial Arts champion. And it is for offense like that. Blake answering back. Just grinding an elbow right into the back of the head, but massive kick from Alpizar, and Alpizar, he is not finished. Colossal leg lariat. When in doubt, throw your body at your opponent, and that is precisely what Eric Alpizar was able to do. Blake answering back. Big spine buster, and just trying to grab a hold, trying to get a footing somehow, some way back in this match. Blake, a man that is difficult to keep down, but Alpizar, somebody that will just keep pushing until you can't get up any further, and that is what made him a star in that mixed martial arts division. That's what made him one of the longest reigning trios champions in Blake's House Professional Wrestling. Series of kicks, but Blake able to march right through it. And if nothing else, that goes to show you just how tough Blake is. Eric Alpizar's kicks like an aluminum bat, and Blake just walking right through them, too. But you can only do that so many times. You know, if you are unable to get your own offensive momentum, being able to get up off the mat just gets harder and harder. And sure, Blake is finding exactly that, but a massive kick to the knees of Alpizar, taking his legs clean out from under his legs. And now Blake finally getting started here. Going right back to the elbow, the shoulder, the neck of Eric Alpizar. Both men to their feet at the same time. And Alpizar answering back with a deadly series of strikes. Again, reverse chokeslam, leveling Blake. But Blake fighting his way back to his feet. Harada going to let them fight. As a flashing elbow planted right into the neck of Eric Alpizar. Tornado kick unable to find its mark. And Blake able to connect with the lung blower. Goes for the cover. 2. But only gets 2. Like I said, you can only take so many kicks like that, and it looks like Blake is about at his limit. But Blake answering back, lung blower once again, and goes for the cover. 2. And this time, so very close. Blake getting himself fired up. Is this going to be it? Picture perfect drop kick right between the shoulder blades. And Alpizar shutting that down. Another reverse chokeslam. Swinging for the fences with that back fist, but Blake had it scouted. Blake trying to fight his way out of the corner, but Alpizar just too tough. He's got him pinned in there too tightly. Come on, dragon screw leg whip. Able to catch the leg of that just expert striker that is Eric Alpizar. And that is precisely what Blake needs to do. Just control where and how this match takes place. And for just a moment, he was able to do that. But Alpizar just shutting him down at every step. Alpizar able to protect himself on that shot to the ropes. Both men just breathing so extraordinarily heavy. Both men, this match has taken so much out of them. And once again, another lung blower. Blake, if he can get to his feet and make the cover, this could be it. But no. This match, it's taken too much from him. He couldn't get there in time, but Blake, he's now getting fired up for something. But no. Alpizar, again, just able to protect himself, and Blake shutting that down. And that patented kick to the side of the head, that has got to be it. Eric Alpizar, legendary striker of Blake's House Professional Wrestling, shutting down Blake Cabus at every opportunity. He said he is a man that does not care who you are, does not care what you have accomplished. That kick can fold anybody, Blake Cabus included. Yeah, sometimes it does in fact be like that. I am terribly sorry. Should definitely be icing the neck inside of your head. And you know, hope you're doing all right for the rest of the evening. Probably should get those ribs checked out too. You took a lot of kicks to the stomach. let's go ahead and keep this show rolling here. Yeah, that's fair. So I mentioned at the start of this program that, and really since Blake's House Wrestling came back from break, tag team wrestling is going to be a major factor. There are so many tag teams, so many stables going for those 3 tag team championships. The King of Fighters Trios title, the Blake's House Wrestling Tag Team title, the Judgment Professional Wrestling Chop Shop Championship. But Nick's wrestling organization dominates the tag team division. And this is an opportunity for NWO's own Goodwin brothers, NWO's own Sinners, to get an opportunity at Tag Team Gold. Sinners, of course, have held the Blake's House Tag Team titles once before, and I am certain they are looking to do it again. Goodwin brothers not yet to the top of the mountain, but you are only ever 3 seconds away from victory, and a win tonight against either of these premier tag teams is going to get you one step closer to where you're trying to be, and that match, it's right now. Ring rust is not going to be a factor. This wrestling organization has some of the most disciplined, some of the most technically sound tag team units. And that is precisely what we are going to see tonight. Of course, the Sinners just catch as catch can specialists, able to grab a hold anywhere they are able to. Of course, the Goodwin brothers, a little bit more of an athletic style of offense, as you can see Bobby Goodwin connecting with that sit-out lariat. Right now, Jameson's able to lock in that hold. Big chop to the throat. The Sinners trying to keep this match on their side of the ring, and you absolutely have to be able to do that if you want to pick up a win in this division. And right now, Giant Swing trying to send James Sins to his own corner. Dean Sins now the legal man. Big neck breaker on the way out the door. And Bobby Goodwin bringing in Billy Goodwin into this match. Certainly the more athletic of the two competitors. Big super kick right to the jaw. He's looking to outmaneuver Dean Sins, but Sins able to pick the leg, but unable to capitalize. Goodwin just scrambling to his feet just a little bit too quickly. And that is, you need to be able to do that, because the Sinners will pick you apart. We have seen it time and time again. You know, their battles against the Perlman brothers, their battles against Team Daytona, just absolutely legendary struggles, and their ability to score submission victories, nothing short of phenomenal. Right now, Dean Sins going back to his own corner. James Sins, the legal man, but Billy Goodwin able to shut out that 2-on-1 disadvantage. and able to relocate the fight back to his own corner, but Sins just folding him up with that powerbomb, going for that flying head scissors a little bit too early, as James Sins had it scouted.
5 minutes gone.
Of course, I spoke about the submission skills of the Sinners, and that is not to undersell the abilities of the Goodwin brothers. Their offense a little bit more athletic, a little bit more strike focused, but they can very easily tap you out if you let them. Right now, James Sins applying some illegal leverage. Harada issuing a warning and being forced to break the hold. That has given the Goodwin brothers an opportunity as this fight back in their own side of the ring. But Bobby Goodwin unable to cut him off. And that's created an opportunity for the Sinners as an STO and suplex will level Bobby Goodwin. Big knee to the groin, and Harada again going to let them fight. For better or for worse, that is the officiating in Blake's House Professional Wrestling. It is extraordinarily uncommon for a Blake's House Wrestling match to end in a DQ. Harada really interested in seeing a decisive win or loss. From the eyes will connect, and that is going to create an opportunity for Dean Sins. Leg lariat center of the ring, but Billy Goodwin scrambling back to his feet. And trying to break up the pressure, but Dean Sins just all over him. And again, going for that Rana, but Sins had it scouted. And that is almost to be expected. These two teams, part of that mixed wrestling organization unit, they have trained together. They have competed against one another so very often that it is going to be difficult to surprise your opponent. You have just got to out-wrestle them. And thus far, the Sinners appear to be up to that task. But, hold on, cover. 2. So close. Oh my God. Tight power slam into that blue Gatorade corner. And Bobby Goodwin firing up. James Sins able to cut him off and able to get back to his own corner. And frequent tags from this Sinners unit. Just trying to keep a fresh man in the ring at all times has proven to be extraordinarily effective. Again, big leg lariat center of the ring. And Dean Sins now in control, but only for a moment. Headlock will connect, and hold on just a moment here. 2 arms and a leg trap, 3-in-1 hold, and now able to slip out. Could not get it locked in all the way, and this match, it will continue. Big thumb to the eyes. And that is going to create an opportunity for Dean Sins to bring this match back into his own corner. And this is what these mixed wrestling organization teams do so effectively. Fisherman suplex will connect. Big shooting star press, 2. But only gets 2. Both of these teams have so much more to give. So much more left in the tank. It's Billy Goodwin back to his own corner. Dean Sins back to his own corner. 2 fresh men in the ring. Both men getting a parting shot on the way out. Elbow drop cover, 2, but only gets 2. Too close to that orange Gatorade corner. Leaping facebuster will connect, but James Sins just scrambling to his feet, and that could end up costing him. Arms trapped, suplex hold. Just amazing strategy, amazing wrestling ability on display from Bobby Goodwin. Able to reposition his opponent, able to plant him into the mat. But this is where the Sinners are the most dangerous, picking the leg, but not electing to apply a hold. Flapjack and cutter combination. Dean Sins fighting back to his feet, and that is going to just cut off the Goodwin's momentum. Big flying head scissors will connect. Again, Dean Sins fighting tooth and nail to get back onto his feet, get back into a, hold on, this could be it. He's got it locked in, but no. James Sins able to come in and make the save at a critical moment as a series of kicks to the face connect. Dean in control, but only for a precious second as Billy Goodwin fighting, delivering that flying head scissors and a colossal shotgun drop kick square in the chest. He wasn't wearing a vest and he goes down onto the mat. Hold on, 2-in-1 hold applied. Hammerlock and both arms and neck just twisted into a sickening combination. Shooting star, moonsault press. But no. None of it seems to be enough. None of it seems to be able to put either man away. A vicious series of headbutts connecting, but Bobby Goodwin able to make the save at a critical moment. Now sharpshooter locked in. But no, Goodwin able to slip out of the hold, getting back to his own corner, getting a fresh man in the ring, and that is absolutely critical right now. The punishment that he has been taking over the last several minutes is immense. To see if his brother is going to be able to shut this down. As a headlock takeover applied and maintained, but a foot on the bottom rope will break that up. Hold on, both arms locked, but James Sins not the legal man, unable to submit his opponent. Down twice and a picture-perfect spine buster as he locks on that scissors and hold on. Sinner's looking to set something up as James Sins just positioning Goodwin exactly where he needed him to be. Picking the leg, big shooting star cover, 2, but only gets 2. What do either of these men have to do? What do either of these teams have to do to put their opponents away? And this is precisely why these mixed wrestling organization units are so tremendously effective. Rolling knee bar. It's got it locked in, but no, Goodwin able to make the save. This match, it will continue. DDT absolutely levels him, goes for a cover of his own. 1, 2, Goodwin able to cut him off, gets a 3-count fall. And Dean Sins clearly aggravated. As the Goodwin brothers able to pick up a win. As I said, Nick's Wrestling Organization dominating tag team wrestling. The Goodwin brothers haven't yet been to the top of the mountain. It is very possible they are looking for a shot at Blake's House Tag Team Gold. So how's it going, Nick? Appreciate you dropping in. We have still got quite a lot of wrestling to get to tonight. But coming up next, a rematch for the ages. As Colby Cole taking on the king of the monsters himself, Godzilla. And this matchup severely in Godzilla's favor during Colby's Japanese excursion, but a different time, a different place. Do we have a different Colby that is able to best the King of the Monsters in one-on-one competition? Well, there is only one way to find out. And that match, it's right now. Maddest man on the planet, Colby Cole, the master of the Atomic Lariat. A man that has earned the title of the best lariator on Blake's House Professional Wrestling Television, as he absolutely went to war with Sean Satchwell just so many months ago. Toughest man with the strongest lariat doesn't mean anything to the King of the Monsters. Just right now, Colby, he's been here once before. Not allowing himself to be overpowered by Godzilla, and that is going to be a major difference maker. Fired into the ropes, but a slight miscalculation. Colby, right now, he is not letting up, and that is exactly what you've got to do. So contrary to Colby's traditional style, Colby is somebody that, as he gets more frustrated, he gets stronger, he gets tougher. But if you give Godzilla an inch, he will bury you under it. Right now, Godzilla just... Now, Colby busted open in the opening moments of this contest, and that is not a good sign as that wound just continues to bleed. He continues to lose wind, continues to lose stamina, and we are only in the opening moments of this contest. Colby firing Godzilla into the ropes, going for that big boot, but unable to connect as Godzilla blocks. And picture-perfect hip throw from the King of the Monsters, and just going right back to a series of wild shots to the face. Colby trying to fight his way out of trouble. He is already at such a significant deficit. Colby answering back with a series of shots of his own, but Godzilla just pushing him right off. Just the difference in power, tremendous, and Godzilla targeting the open wound on the forehead of Colby Cole. And that is only going to exacerbate that cut further. Colby going for an early cover, but not even getting a count of one. Godzilla, a bona fide kaiju, fitting into this 20 by 20. On back switch and picture perfect suplex, but and Godzilla, the King of the Monsters, we have seen exactly what he is capable of, and again, not even a one count. The toughness of Godzilla, positively legendary. Hold on, lift and drop to the mat. And Colby, he is stunned. Barely able to get back to his feet. As just a delayed German suplex plants Colby into the mat, and that was very nearly a pinfall victory right there. Colby again, right back to that series of mounted punches, going back to basics, going back to what he knows. Just utilizing that aggression, utilizing that anger, and that is what he needs to do right now, but Godzilla just so tremendously strong, so tremendously tough. Is that rage going to be enough? Legs picked, and hold on, lift and drop once again. COLBY just devastated by Godzilla. And that could be it right there, going for the cover, but COLBY just getting his hands on that bottom rope. This match will continue for a little while longer. I don't know how much more COLBY can take, but delivering those vicious lariats, delivering those wild strikes to the face, that is what COLBY needs to do to get back into this match, but Godzilla making it so tremendously difficult. So difficult to maintain any momentum, but hold on, he could be going for it. Like, no! Godzilla had it scouted. Just put a boot out, COLBY colliding with it, and that might be it. Going for the cover. 2, 3, count, fall. Godzilla shutting down the atomic lariat. The allegory for the atomic bomb, denying the opportunity of the atomic lariat and picking up a victory. And once again, COLBY just unable to overcome the King of the Monsters. I've got 2 editorial notes post-match. I need to see what Godzilla's logic looks like. Because it looks like Godzilla has a priority sequence using a standing strike, which I understand to be impossible, which means the creator of this edit has done something tricky to outsmart the settings in this video game, and I'm very intrigued by that. I do have a suspicion of how they did it. And also, I have looked under the hood at this Godzilla stats. This is literally an unwinnable match for COLBY. Because I'm pretty sure this Godzilla is over 300 overall, and COLBY is, I think, about 180. So, it does suck to see one of your guys get fed to the King of the Monsters, but, you know, it is what it is there. And you know what? That is fair. And we are pretty pro the gay community here at Blake's House Professional Wrestling. Which, before we get into my next match, so I have, wrestling writer that I really like, Catamaran, one of my favorite wrestling writers, honestly, put out a parody shirt because, you know, once upon a time, everybody had to have a Bullet Club parody shirt that does just say the gay community on it. And I bought that shirt. Crucially, I bought that shirt not knowing that was a reference to a pretty infamous AJ Styles interview. And there was a point in my life where I said, yes, I would unironically appreciate a Bullet Club parody shirt that says the gay community. That time might still be now. I do still very much like that shirt. But was not aware that was riffing on a stupid thing that AJ Styles said. But I digress. As so appreciate you dropping in, Kung Fun. We have just a couple more matches left this evening. And I mentioned at the start of this program, JBIII has his sights set higher than Sarah the Young Hero and Yuri the Wildcat. Now that may have cost him, as the firm unable to get it done against this team. But JB3 has an opportunity to turn that momentum around tonight, as the entity known as the Conglomerate, JB3, Jason Solarion, JJ Mondo. Will it actually allow me to do this thing? Oh, it does. Okay, very cool. Because it did not allow me to pick between second and competitor. So I was very perplexed at what it was going to have me do here. But it just does automatically slot him in as a second because this is a trios title. Interesting. Cool video game. Anyway. The entity known as the Conglomerate, the team that he has specifically put together to challenge the trios tournaments, known as Melvbash. And as always, hey, we are excited to collaborate with other promotions, and when we get some more details about the win and how Melvbash is going to be happening, you will absolutely hear from us about it. But this is Judgment Professional Wrestling's own entry in the Date Zone's Melvbash events. But right now, they are looking for a tune-up match, and they are looking for a shot at Blake's House Wrestling Gold, as they take on the team of Nightmare Freddie, Jason the Terrible, and Hellboy in trios action. In that match, it's right now. This unit is taking their time, making their way to the stage. Here comes the big boss of Judgment Professional Wrestling, getting fired up on the ramp. They have got to go against have been just absolutely dominant in recent weeks. They bested the Alpizar's and Princeler unit that held the championship for 5 weeks. This title is notoriously difficult to hold. Well, Hellboy, Jason, and Freddie, they beat them. They beat Daytona. They beat the kingiest of the ringiest in Steve Austin, Test, and Molly Holly. But can they beat the Conglomerate? Nightmare Freddie sending JB3 to the outside, and JB3 coming back into the ring. You can see Frank Vista looking to get involved as the match went to the outside, and that has got to be JB3 directing traffic for this team. He is a master strategist. If he has got a plan to pick up the victory tonight, we are certainly going to see it, and we'll be seeing more of that in that Melvbash event, as well as JB3 just grinding the face of Freddie here, but Freddie going back to his own corner, as is JB3. A fresh JJ Mondo and a fresh Jason the Terrible, as it is powerhouse versus powerhouse. Gigantic back fist doesn't quite find its mark. Jason answering back with a big headbutt, but unable to connect. And right now, the metal arms of JJ Mondo, the difference maker here tonight. Mondo back into that orange Gatorade corner. hellacious backdrop from Jason, and there's a guillotine right across the throat. And Jason getting fired up. Jason and JJ shot for shot, neither man willing to give up an inch, but in the end, it is JJ standing tall, able to get back to his own corner. And here comes Mr. 5-star himself. A bit of miscommunication, giving Jason an opportunity, and that is going to get him back to his own corner. And here comes Hellboy Laurinaitis. Swinging for the fences, but unable to find its mark. Big forearm smash. But not electing to keep up the pressure, and that is so dangerous against Solarion. Solarion is a man that you have to keep down. You have to prevent from getting that just supremely effective offense started. Those knees of his are devastating. The frog splash is phenomenal, but Hellboy using his size to just block that springboard kick and just knee to the gut, marching right through him. Big forearm smash, but JJ able to out-wrestle Hellboy in the center of the ring, but once again, it is powerhouse versus powerhouse. Sandwich lariat crushing the skull of JJ Mondo. And here comes Jason the Terrible. Just as I say that, JJ trying to bring this back into the blue Gatorade corner, into the corner of the conglomerate. Like I said, JB3 certainly going to be directing traffic for this match, making sure his team is exactly where they need to be to pick up the victory. But this truly monstrous tag team unit has defied all expectations thus far. Can they do it one more night? Guillotine across the throat. And that is going to send Solarion back to his own corner, and here comes JB3. Big forearm smash. JB3 now set up, applying some illegal leverage in his own corner, and Harada issuing a warning. Jason going back to his own corner, and here comes Hellboy now. JB3 is such a tactically gifted fighter, not allowing himself to be put in a 2-on-1 situation, waiting for Jason to be sent back into his own corner before he engages. Big series of shots, and JB3 just adding injury to insult with that boot scraped across the face. Precision haymaker is blocked, and Hellboy back on the attack. Both men just taking a moment to breathe, taking a moment to figure out, how am I going to tackle this contest? And a punch to the gut will connect. And again, JB3 just applying that chokehold. Harada telling him, you've got until the count of 5. He breaks it up at 2. Back to his own corner, and here comes Solarion. But right now, locking in that side headlock. Hellboy taking it very slow. He'll get back into his own corner, and here comes Freddie. But and Solarion trying to get back to his own corner, trying to get the match back to where JB3 wants it to be, where, oh my god, colossal knee strike right to the chest, but Freddie, like a horror movie monster, right back to his feet. Right now, Freddie just chasing this team down, but that has created an opportunity. Big sandwich enziguri. JB3 set up in perfect position, but Freddie able to answer back, just delivering a series of shots to the face on the way out the door. Jason set up, trying to break his back, make him humble with the camel clutch. JB3's conglomerate coming in to make the save at a critical moment. JB3 showing off that size and strength, but Jason sitting up as if it never happened. Right now, JB3 and Jason slugging it out. JB3 getting himself fired up, delivering a vicious headbutt, and Jason answering back with one of his own. JB3 trying to get this back into his own corner, get this back on his own terms. And that is the difference maker in this match. Oh my God! Jason launched to the outside, and JB3's got the equalizer. Wild shot to the back of the head. Sandwich into Yuri will connect. Freddie swinging for the fences with that steel chair. And it is just pandemonium on the outside. Freddie continuing to swing for the fences here, but keep an eye on that chair in the blue Gatorade corner. It will almost certainly come up again as JJ Mondo, colossal axe handle off the top, but he is not finished. Big back elbow, that could be it for Jason the Terrible, but JJ doesn't seem to think so. Swinging wildly with that clothesline, but Jason able to get into his own corner, get a fresh Hellboy into this match, and that is precisely what this team needed. As the punishment Jason took on the outside, nothing short of extraordinary. Now a series of vicious shots to the face, but Jason able to make the save at a key moment. One shot to the face, but JJ standing tall, able to get back into his own corner. And possibly looking to pile drive Hellboy onto that steel chair. Getting a count of 2. And hold on, Harada distracted with everyone in the ring. Going for the cover. 1, 2. And Jason able to make the save as a Shining Wizard crushes the face of Freddie. And Harada has lost control of this match. Bodies are piling up in the ring.
Ready, go!
And gotcha hold applied, but again, Freddie making the save at a crucial moment. JB3 busted open as that jawbreaker flattens. Jason cover 2. And Freddie again saved at the last possible moment. Gigantic DDT will connect, and Jason getting fired up once again. Another headbutt. Hold on. Leaping pile driver, crushing JJ Mondo, but this time it's Solarion able to make the save. And this match will continue. We are 20 minutes in, no eliminations. And once again, gotcha hold applied. Jason, he's not leaving the ring. He is not giving up. He's not quitting. Taking on both Solarion and JJ, now going back to his own corner, bringing a fresh Freddie into this match. And Solarion just folded in half by that power bomb. And a hellacious backdrop will plant Solarion cover. But no. Frank Vista protecting his team. As I said, JB3, a man that has got a plan, and he is putting that to good use. A European uppercut answered back with overhand chop.
You dumbass!
Goes for the cover once again, 2. picture-perfect 5-star frog splash from Mr. 5-star himself. But not going for the cover, going back to his team's corner as a big STO levels Freddie, but Freddie fighting his way back to his feet, trying to get back to his own corner, and here comes a fresh Hellboy. JJ planted in the corner, and Hellboy is set up exactly where he wants to be. Hold on, cover, but only getting one. Jawbreaker from JJ here. And goes for the cover once again, but this time it is Jason coming in to make the save. Series of shots, and hold on, Hellboy trapped here. And big STO. It's this match, I don't know how these teams are still in it, how these teams are still at full strength. As soon as the first elimination happens, the others are sure to follow quickly, as this match has taken so much out of both teams. But right now, this match like firmly in the orange Gatorade corner. Freddie, big backdrop, but unable to seal the deal. And that has set JB3 up. We're going high risk. And a rake to the face will create an opportunity. Is this going to be the first elimination? It will be. The claws of Nightmare Freddie, a difference maker. And a gigantic moonsault connecting to Solarion. Is that going to be it? No, Freddie doesn't seem to think so. As he goes back to his own corner. The plan of JB3 beginning to collapse, but JB3 still inserting himself into this match, still making sure he's able to direct traffic from ringside. And that is going to be a major difference maker. As a picture-perfect dropkick will connect from Solarion. And rolling through, cover, 2, but Freddie just too fast, able to break up the pin attempt. But Solarion going for another one, but Hellboy getting a hand on the bottom ropes. Series of big boots, trying to get back to his own corner, is successfully able to do so. And right now, 3-on-2 just looks almost insurmountable. Cover, but only gets one. And the star shot of Mr. 5-star collapsing the jaw of Freddie. And just the metallic arms of JJ Mondo adding additional damage to the equation as Freddie eliminated by that absolutely torturous hold. We are back down to 2-on-2.
What's up?
And oh my God. Reverse DDT right onto that steel chair. That could be it if he wants it to be. Going high risk, but Jason rolling out of the way. I don't know how he had the awareness to get out of the way of that frog splash, but Solarion doesn't seem to be bothered as that STO shuts out Jason, and now Hellboy all by himself against the might of the conglomerate. Fired into the ropes. Precision haymaker will connect at right hand of doom from Hellboy, but He doesn't seem to think it's enough to put him away. Going for the cover. 1, 2, but only gets 2. That numbers disadvantage so significant at this stage of the match. That metallic back fist crushing the back of the head of Hellboy. And JJ Mondo, he is getting fired up here. Hellboy attempting to do the same, attempting to get himself back into this match. Wild shot, but here comes that patented gotcha hold. And lift and drop, that delayed brainbuster, planting Hellboy right onto his neck. But here comes a fresh Jason Solarion, and the numbers game continuing to be a major factor. Milan going for the cover. 1, 2, but only getting a count of 2. Big jawbreaker connecting from JJ, and Solarion. Right now, this team just making the most of Harada being caught on the apron, unable to force the illegal man back to his corner, and Hellboy stuck in a hellacious 2-on-1 situation. And the patented knee strikes of Solarion on display. Going for the cover. 2, 3, count, fall. And the conglomerate able to unseat this team of real monsters. And that bodes well for their run in Melbash, as this unit just gets more and more effective as a tag team. You know, I don't think I knew that that the 5-second count to return to the apron was stopped by manager interference. That is really interesting. Make sure I did in fact turn that off, because that will be a major factor later, as there is an 8-man tag as our main event. And I extraordinarily do not want that to accidentally be elimination. But let us go ahead and keep this show rolling here. If you'll remember, just a couple weeks ago, Monty taking on Dick Boss in singles action. And Dick Boss quite literally crushing him with that big boy senton. Well, Monty's mentor, the Bookoo fighter, the man that is training him to be the wrestler that he is today, looking to get, maybe not revenge, but justice for his friend and for his partner. So the Bookoo fighter going to be taking on Dick Boss in singles action, and that match is right now. Fighter, the master of the armbar, going to take on just a truly rough individual in every sense of the word. Dick Boss, already that throat slashing motion indicating he intends to do to the Bookoo fighter exactly what he did to Monty. But the Bookoo fighter, so technically gifted so extraordinarily talented, already going for that mount. Series of punches, but Dick Boss forcing him right off. Power advantage certainly going to the larger competitor here. Big Japanese-style arm drag, and and the Bookoo fighter already beginning to work over the arms of Dick Boss, but a colossal headbutt will connect, and again, Dick Boss just overpowering his opponent. And if the Bookoo fighter allows this to become a contest of strength, he is at a disadvantage. He doesn't really want this to be a brawl either. He really needs to get into a position where he can out-wrestle Dick Boss, but Dick Boss not letting that happen. Right now, Dick Boss just controlling the pace and the place of this contest. And and the Bookoo fighter has been on his back foot for the opening minutes of this match, and right now, getting right back into it. Getting the upper hand, at least for a moment, but Dick Boss just shutting that down immediately. Lift and drop. And folds him up, cover, but only gets one. Screw leg whip will connect. Of course, the master of the armbar has a handful of other holds at his disposal, but right now he is working the neck, the shoulder of Dick Boss. And there it is, armbar locked in, but Dick Boss able to escape the pressure. Didn't get it all the way in. When he does, he is so very dangerous. On mount applied, and series of knees to the face. You can see a little bit of extra aggression from the Bookoo fighter tonight. As I said, looking for something that is, and hold on, already going right back to that patented armbar, and he's got it in tight, but now Dick Boss able to escape. Looking for something in between revenge and justice. That is going to change how you fight. Big follow-away slam from Dick Boss. But Dick Boss has no such complications. He just wants to deliver punishment any way that he can to the man standing across from him, and already looking for that big boy senton, but the Bookoo fighter right back to his feet. Long foot over DDT, going for the cover, one, but only one. Sidewalk slam will connect, and now Dick Boss going high risk, and that patented big boy senton, but the Bookoo fighter rolling out of the way, and Dick Boss colliding nothing but canvas. You know, that ring has more give than you think, but less than you hope, and Dick Boss just going right up against it. Spinning chop from the Bookoo fighter, but hanging choke bomb from Dick Boss. Dick Boss, as I said, just looking to deliver punishment any way he is able to do so. And goes for it again, and once again colliding with nothing but canvas. And now the Bookoo fighter looking to capitalize, but vicious series of strikes, and the frustration beginning to build on the Bookoo fighter. Dick Boss going high risk one more time, and this time a big body press cover, and so very close. But again, going right back to that patented armbar. He's got it in tight, but Dick Boss able to slip out of the hold. For a cover once again, but Shoulders on the mat, but a hand on the bottom rope. Hold on. The Bookoo fighter getting fired up for something. Colossal cross chop, but unable to capitalize further.
Not so fast.
And reversing that mount tackle, the master of the armbar at work, but Big Boss able to escape once again, if only for a moment. Big sidewalk slam once again, and now going high risk, but the Bookoo fighter scrambling to his feet. He does not want to give another opportunity. Hold on, what the hell has he got planned here? Gigantic power bomb.
Not so fast.
Hold on. What the hell does the Bookoo fighter have planned from the top? Massive dive kick to the back of the head. Big Boss could not protect himself. He is dazed, unable to break out of the hold, but somehow able to escape, and this match, it will continue. Again, attacking the vertical base of his larger opponent, but Dick Boss answering back. This time it is the Bookoo fighter in the corner, but elbow to the crown will shut that down.
Not so fast.
And a vicious series of strikes. And the Bookoo fighter's been busted open. Hold on just a moment here. Vicious side slam, but Dick Boss right back to his feet like a man possessed. Deadly series of strikes. And it is anybody's match. Once, twice, 3 times to the face. And the Bookoo fighter getting amped up. Vicious cross chop. But Dick Boss again, like a horror movie monster, back on his feet. Again, arm trap side slam, but both men right back at it. This is so very much anybody's match. Dick Boss going high risk one more time. If he hits this, this has got to be it. Big boy senton folds him up. 2, 3, count, fall. No revenge, no justice. Just the Bookoo fighter laid out in a pool of his own blood on the mat. Dick Boss picking up the victory. We have got just one more match for you guys tonight, and it is a doozy, as they say. Let's see here. I said Team Lake Mary have been positively dominant in recent weeks. However, a team of Blake's House All-Stars, all 4 of these individuals, extraordinarily interested in a championship opportunity. While Josh Kaiser is the man... Actually, let me see here. Do I want Kaiser in this match? Because Team Lake Mary actually does have another member. Thinking about this one here. You know what? I think... Yeah, we'll leave this as is. Hey, it is important to see the champion on television, right? Let's see here. So, that being the case, Team Lake Mary has been positively dominant, shutting down challenger after challenger in singles, in tag teams. Really, in any configuration of matchups you could think of. Well, all four of these men, Sterling, Terrell, Mag.Lo, Alphonso, interested in Josh's title. Alphonso in particular has a bit of a bone to pick with Kaiser, as their rivalry is historic. It exists longer than there was a Blake's House Wrestling. But hey, you have got to get to the top of the tower to earn a fight with Josh Kaiser. Alphonso has not yet been able to do that. Sterling and Terrell on a hot streak as of week. Terrell, a triumphant return to Blake's House Professional Wrestling, besting Joey Boggy just a couple weeks ago. And Mag.Lo, the man that has held down the fort for over a year, throwing his hat back in the ring, interested in a title shot himself. Well, this match may not get us any closer to finding out who will be challenging Josh Kaiser. But all four of these men interested in that title. All four of these men interested in upsetting the dominance that is Team Lake Mary. And the only way to do that is by scoring a fall in the center of the ring. And that match where they can do that, it's right now. Making their way to the ring. A team of absolute powerhouses. Each one stronger than the last. Then you've got the mystery that is Team Lake Mary. Brandon the Brawler. You've got Ramon, the man that is with just positively legendary toughness. Got Jordan, the man known for his just extraordinary bear hug, his extraordinary buzzsaw kick, and then there's Josh. A man that seems to be the ultimate opportunist of Blake's House Professional Wrestling. A man that has now stolen 2 heavyweight championships, 2 different heavyweight championships. And a man that has confounded, has perplexed, and bamboozled any opponent standing across from him. That is precisely why Alphonso in particular, looking to shut down Josh Kaiser. As I said, their rivalry extends since before there was a Blake's House Wrestling. But right now, it looks like Kaiser going to get an opportunity to make a statement in the early moments of this contest. He takes on Sterling, just a nightmarishly strong individual, one of the longest reigning tag team champions in Blake's House Wrestling history. Not even getting a 1 count. Of course, unlike the trios match earlier tonight, this is first fall to the finish. Anything can happen. Hold on, roll up out of nowhere cover, but no. Sterling back to his own corner, and here comes Mag.Lo. It's so unusual to see Mag.Lo outside of the open challenge, but he is a man that has done so much for Blake's House Professional Wrestling. He is a man that is so extraordinarily talented, so extraordinarily gifted. Anyone deserves a shot at the spotlight, it is him. But right now, Alphonso, Jordan slugging it out. And flashing elbow right across the throat. Jordan springing back to his feet and answering back. Lift and drop and back to his own corner. And here comes the monster, the giant killer himself, Ramon going head-to-head with Alphonso. Both men taking their time a little bit. Big DDT center of the ring. Really, everyone in this ring, in their own way, can put a match away instantly. You can see the respect that Ramon and Alphonso have for one another. Alphonso not overextending, Ramon doing the same. But now the dynamic has changed. Here comes Terrell as he locks on that figure four. And Ramon, you see those knees heavily padded after taking that first submission loss to Devin Ramos. Just a little bit self-conscious, I believe. Worried about the strength, the integrity of those knees. Big chop to the chest. And once again, Kaiser, the legal competitor in this match. Kaiser not getting as many opportunities as I'm sure he would like to disorient, to distract, to just generally make life more difficult for his opponents, as that is how he picks up victories. Right now, Alphonso back in the ring, and this is exactly what Alphonso wanted. Goes for a cover early and gets a count of 1. A pinfall against the champion would be a major coup. As I mentioned, there is no clear #1 contender, but Alphonso pouring it on, doing everything he can to make sure his name is at the front of the list. Once again, here comes Brandon. I believe for the first time in this match, goes for the cover 1, but only gets 1. Brawling style of his, just absolutely extraordinary. Right now, going for that ankle hold. Alphonso trapped, but able to slip out. Big hip throw, but unable to capitalize as Brandon fighting his way back to his feet. Belly-to-belly overhead suplex, just launching Brandon and Zoe right back on a tear, but Brandon scrambling to his feet. But here comes Mag.Lo, the People's Champion, Mr. Blake's House, slugging it out with the brawler that is known as Brandon. Clubbing blow to the back of the head, and the Duke of Bretton Woods is in trouble. Like Mag.Lo taking a moment, going back to his own corner, and here comes a fresh Terrell, but Brandon is on fire, spinning toe hold directly in front of Mag.Lo, and that has got to get at him, but that is the MO of Team Lake Mary. They want to frustrate. They want to just goad you into making a mistake, and that is precisely what they are attempting to do right now. And thus far, it appears to be reasonably effective. And Jordan giving Terrell the D, that flying head scissors into that triangle choke, but Sterling able to break it up, and he is going high risk. Double stomp right into the stomach. And now trying to take the wind away from Jordan. Team Lake Mary just getting in the ring, trying to break that up, trying to save their partner. High and low Sterling in the unblockable, and now we have got Brawler and Brawler. And Brandon right back to this thing to hold. And you see Mag.Lo making his way into the ring. Jordan able to assist his teammate, but it bought Brandon enough time to get back to his feet, but unable to capitalize further. And now stretch muffler hold applied, using Brandon's own weight against him. And dialing long distance as he flattens Sterling with that lariat. Picture perfect spine buster, crushing Sterling Thomas, and Sterling going back to his own corner. Here comes Alphonso. High and low once again, Sterling in the unblockable. Alphonso and Ramon squaring off, big spine buster of his own. And right back to that sharpshooter. Team Lake Mary clearing out. Picture perfect drop kick from Ramon. Going for that big chop, but unable to connect with it. And that has created an opportunity for Alphonso. Alphonso just a half step too fast for him. Hitting Ramon with everything up to and including the kitchen sink. And there is a absolutely gorgeous shooting star press. Going for a cover? No. Thinks better of it. And once again, Josh, the legal man in the ring, and Alphonso taking a moment, not wanting to overextend himself. And that drop kick Mag.Lo has been holding on to for 17 minutes. And that is going to be a major difference maker as Josh trapped in that half crab. Mag.Lo swinging for the fences, taking out all three members of Team Lake Mary. Big double arm DDT, and the Duke of Bretton Woods once again on a tear. Flashing elbow, no. Kaiser scrambling to his feet. And now rolling cradle attempted. Mag.Lo is trapped, going for the cover. But Mag.Lo getting a hand on the bottom rope. Kaiser going back to his own corner. Here comes Brandon once again. Flapjack and cutter combination. And Brandon right back to that patented spinning toe hold. Both aprons clearing out for a moment. And picture perfect cutter from Alphonso, but Brandon scrambling back to his feet. Alphonso sent to the outside. Both aprons cleared out. And oh my God! Jordan swinging for the fences with that steel chair.
6, 7, 8.
Fireman's carry, but no. Mag.Lo now. Both teams clearing out of the ring. Harada has lost control of this match. Big diving elbow from Terrell. Alphonso in the ring with a steel chair. And a huge frog splash. Brandon fighting his way back to his feet. Fighting his way back to his corner. And here comes a fresh Jordan. This match is absolute chaos. Jordan going high risk. Big double stomp right into the stomach of Alphonso. Back switch, but unable to capitalize further. Goes for it once again, and this time kicking him towards his own corner. Jordan doing everything he can to keep this match in his own side of the ring. But Mag.Lo, man, is all heart. Hold on, what has Jordan got planned? Another double stomp, but no. Mag.Lo rolling out of the way. Mag.Lo going high risk now. And colossal diving elbow cover, 2. No. So very close as all three members of this Blake's House Blue Gatorade unit just delivering a series of shots to the back of Kaiser. Mag.Lo, driver onto the steel chair. Oh my God. Terrell going high risk. Goes for the cover. 1, that has got to do it. 3, count, fall. This Blue Gatorade unit daring to challenge Team Lake Mary, able to pick up the victory. certainly would be unfair to underestimate the effort of any one of the members of either team. But that Mag.Lo driver onto the steel tear, just flattening Jordan. Terrell with that gigantic diving elbow. Were the nails in the coffin that allowed this team to pick up the victory. But I am certain this is not the last we will have seen of any combination of these matchups. Certainly Sterling, Terrell, Mag.Lo, Alphonso, teammates tonight. But there can only be one #1 contender. But we will have to wait another day to find out who that might be, because that is going to conclude the main portion of tonight's program. Do stay tuned for the bonus match. Let us see here. And if you've been around here for a while, you know how this works. You get one name from either side of the screen. I will strike out Orange Cassidy because we did see him wrestle tonight. But if you see a name on either side of the screen, call them out, and we will go ahead. I see Austin Walker and Lance Catamaran. I can make that happen. Honestly, I was quietly hoping it was going to be Austin Walker. And honestly, could have gone with anybody on the blue side, to be honest. So while that is going on, let me go ahead and see if anybody is going to be streaming this evening that I can throw to. Alphonso is streaming tonight. I think some of the Blake's House guys are doing Valorant this evening, so I think that's probably where I'm going to throw after this. And actually, hold on a minute. I'm still in my character voice, and I will say that is like legitimately challenging to keep up for 2 hours. So yeah, let's slow it down a little bit. Get a more regular cadence. Get a more regular tone, delivery. I'll say it is real easy to just accidentally slip into character voice while I am streaming this, which is probably good, all things considered. But let's see here. Where are we at today? I will say I'm mildly disappointed. Zero just straight up did not attempt to break up that winning pinfall in the triple threat match. This is the second time in recent memory that's happened, and I do wonder if there is some weird AI bug in triple threat matches I wasn't aware of. Let us see here. After I go off air, I'm going to be digging into Godzilla's AI because I'm curious how they built that character. Ooh, hold on. Lance Catamaran. Attitude adjustment to Austin_Walker. This is the Melv Batch official rebalanced Austin Walker, because the Austin Walker that exists on the workshop is massively overpowered. Hey, it's all good. Actually, Tyler sent me a suggestion. So, Fire Pro Returns, the game that came out before World, had like 100 entrance themes. And he found an online playlist for Fire Pro Returns background music. If you pick something off that list, I am totally cool with just using one of those. So if the concern is like, hey, you want something that is like not going to get my channel copyright striked, that is a good, like a very safe place to go. I will say also, it is a little bit disappointing that this game has like, yeah, I'll ask him where he found the playlist, and I will drop it in the group. It's a little bit disappointing that Fire Pro World launched with like 6 or 7 entrance themes. Now, granted, hey, you can just import your own music, so maybe they figured that they didn't have to include a bunch of stuff. But for streaming purposes, especially now that Twitch is being a lot more aggressive with DMCAs, like having music just built into the game is very handy. But yeah, I will shoot him a message and ask him where that playlist exists. You can listen through those. I do remember you and I playing Fire Pro Returns when neither of us knew at all how to build a Fire Pro character. I remember that very distinctly. And like some of the music in there, one is like legally distinct Goldberg's theme, one of them is legally distinct Stone Cold Steve Austin's theme, and they had a few other ones like that, which was very amusing to me. Oh, word? Damn, Austin. I do love that Northern Lights suplex roll-through cross-arm breaker. It is an animation I tremendously enjoy in this video game. And yeah, like, I still have my Fire Pro Returns save file on a PS2 memory card somewhere. I could, like, I probably won't, to be, like, totally open and honest. Yeah, I got you. And yeah, like, it was kind of weird having the Goodwins and the Sinners, like, walk out to the same music back to back, when one is, like, very clearly a prototypical babyface team and the other is a heel team. So, like, I get what you're trying to accomplish. But yeah, like, I probably won't port those characters, but I am mildly curious at what they look like. I think Patrick Christopher is, like, at least appearance-wise, is, like, reasonably similar. For several reasons, really, is, like, hey, when I was making the character in Returns, I didn't know how to do cool stuff with sprites. So, like, he is simple, and therefore the design is easy for me to remember and recreate. Yeah, honestly could be. And honestly, too, that tag team match was great. Like, legit good match. I do gotta start, like, maneuvering some pieces around to figure out, like, hey, who is challenging for both of those tag team titles and who's challenging for the Blake's House title. Yeah, I would agree with that. Like, pretty successful show overall. Because, like, right now I'm kind of been holding without, like, much in the way of angles around those belts. And I feel like I probably should have something going sometime soon. But that is what it is there. I do kind of like the idea of, at least for, like, the immediate future of Mixed Wrestling Organization, like, because I do play up on commentary extremely often, hey, they're a
promotion that focuses on tag team wrestling. So I don't hate the idea of the Sinners and or the Goodwins challenging for that title. But that is all stuff to think up for a later time. Let us see here. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? Before I throw to Alphonso, let's go find out what Godzilla King of the Monsters is up to. We don't do this very often on this program. So my best guess, before I hit the button, is oh no, this Godzilla is like fucking super overstated. I know that for a fact. Yo, Godzilla Piston Radioactive. I think he's perfect 10s across the board in attribute points and probably has high spirit, high breathing, fast recovery. So I've seen his stats before, but I'm very curious how the AI is set up. Because what intrigued me was this this AI appears to have a priority sequence that ends in a standing strike, which I understand to be impossible. What I am guessing it is doing is it will have a very high, possibly 100% chance of standing strike at dazed, and then no other situations that result in a standing daze. And I am guessing there is a taunt that goes into a move slot that does not have a move assigned into it, which tricks the game into having a character stand up. All in, this is how they're doing it. Oh, actually, that's lower than I thought it was. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, no, that's functionally perfect 10s. I hate this shit. Right. I fucking hate this shit because the way online works, and granted, nobody actually plays this game online, characters are kind of broken up into divisions based on their point total. So, what people will do is make a move list that uses as few stats as possible, and then they will give those stats 10s, and moves that don't exist in their move list will get 1s to save points. And watch what's about to happen when I go to skill. It'll be high spirit, high breathing, and fast recovery when not bloodied, and low on all 3 when bloodied. Let's see what happens. Ah, I'm actually surprised. Genuinely surprised. Because that's usually another way they shave points. Good to know. Anyway, that's not why we're here. We are here to see the, let's see, opponent dazed. Let's see. Oops. Opponent dazed. Okay, big fire, 58%. So far, we're about on track. Let us see here. Let's see. Angle choke slam, taunt performance 2. Alright, hold on a second. So now, I will admit, this is not what I thought this would look like. Curious, very curious. So it is, like, largely coincidental that it behaved the way that it did. But very interesting all the same. Anyway, I am
pretty done being a nerd about Fire Pro Wrestling at this moment, to be clear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and throw y'all to Alphonso, who is playing, let's see, who is playing Valorant. You know, where possible, I like to keep the raids within the Blake's House crew. Because, like, hey, Blake's House are real-life friends who are pretty rad people. And I would like to see these people do well. So, let us see. Okay, so, let me stop you right there. We did this, on Jamel's stream, literally yesterday. The problem with saying shit like that, even jokingly, is, like, eventually you do start to believe it. There's another streamer I really like, who, like, has a just really aggressive positivity. It's kind of his deal. He's like, hey, I'm very cute and I'm very powerful. It's kind of his deal. And I'm like, yo, just say that. Because, like, hey, maybe it's a lie now, but one day it's not a lie. Like, hey, if you believe in the shit you're doing, if you believe in the path you're on, own that shit. Tell people how fucking cool you are. Tell people how good you are. Yeah. Like, hey, I, Cindy, am cute and powerful and will be fucking unstoppable. Yeah, like, hey, the people I care about, the people, like, I know, and, like, I care about and care for, like, hey, if I believe in what they're doing, if they believe in what they're doing, hey, I'm all in with them. And, like, yeah, just, like, I understand being, like, realistic, like, people have fucking challenges. Life is hard. It is hard to be a person. Yeah. Right. And, like, you can't overcome everything with a positive attitude, right? But also, like, the things you can, you gotta try. But I think that is gonna be the extent of my... Yeah, I would agree with that. I think that is the extent of my public service announcement for the moment. I am probably going to get off this stream and figure out something to eat before I go to bed tonight. Before I do that, let's go ahead and do our regular sign-off stuff. If you liked what you saw tonight, we do this every Sunday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time right here at twitch.tv/FerrisCindy. It is a weekly episodic wrestling show run in Fire Pro Wrestling World, which means we keep continuity week to week. Storylines will progress. There will be callbacks to earlier matches and earlier matchups. But I like to do my best to make sure that if it is your first time here, if it is your 100th time here, you are having fun. And I'd like to think I do a pretty good job of that. Really, in the theme of aggressive positivity, fuck all that. I do a great job of that. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed what you saw and you come back for the next one. That is every Sunday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, right here at twitch.tv/FerrisCindy, and I tremendously appreciate the subs, Jamie. On Wednesday nights, myself, my good friend Heavy Kira, we hang out, we play hockey, we talk about whatever happens to be on our mind. We have kind of turned into a KOF trailer react channel because we're always streaming when the trailers go up. And we did end up playing some KOF this week, so maybe be on the lookout for games that aren't hockey. Myself, my good friend Eric Heavy Kira, we've been... Dude, I went to high school with that guy. So, yeah, do look out for us on Wednesday nights
Well, actually, that's a lie. I say I went to high school with him. I think I saw him in class like 4 times. But that's another story for another day. Maybe you can find out about that on Wednesday. So if that mess of words I've said sounds remotely interesting to you, where we play video games and we bullshit for several hours, hang out with us Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Time right here at twitch.tv/FerrisCindy. Anything else I stream is bonus. I am intrigued by the story mode for Maiden and Spell. That might be a thing I do in the not-too-distant future. I've got a Battletech save that I keep saying I'm going to go back to. Excuse me. And a Night in the Woods save that I keep saying I'm going to go back to. There's a Retromania story mode that I would like to play on stream, so I think that would be pretty fun. I might wait to the next update for that game, though. We'll see. Because I saw they were announcing some new modes, and I'm curious what those look like. But regardless, that is going to be it for tonight. I'm going to go ahead and throw you to Alphonso. I think Eric's hanging out with him. Let me check the group chat, see who else might be playing this evening. Let's see. So, yeah, it looks like Zero Lopez, Alphonso, and maybe Warzala are hanging out there. I don't know. I've got the... Oh, yeah, it looks like Warzala's definitely hanging out there. I can see him on Zoe's stream. So, catch some people that you've seen wrestle here on Blake's House Wrestling. Watch them play Valorant. Maybe they'll be good at video games. I don't know. And I will catch y'all down the road. And now we wait, because I hit the button to raid now after I said all that. And that starts a 10-second clock. You'd think I would know how this works by now, but here we are. I will catch y'all later on for real this time.